turning the yarns in tow. Through Alberta's fields where the wild winds blow, Connie threads tales with Helen spin. Kim's got the tea, let the chatter begin. The Yabbiats, they weave the sound of yarn and fiber all around. Knit one purl, one story's flow, tales of stitches everywhere we go.
No, we're not at Green Acres, sorry.
But Green Acres is the place to be.
Mm-hmm. We have a Green Acres out here. There's one out by Ledoux.
Anyway.
There used to be one in Headingley, just outside Winnipeg, that had a restaurant on it. It was cool.
Uh-huh.
And they did weddings and stuff. It was very nice.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we're all knitting away here. Connie, are you working on your sweater? Are we working on?
Yes, I am working on my sweater, the Eyelet Burst cardigan, most definitely.
How's it coming?
It's coming. It's coming along. I did stop to finish another project this week, but I'm eyeballing it here, I don't know, at least 6 inches past the armhole, so
good.
Well on my way. How is yours going?
I'm about 10 inches past the armhole.
Oh, wow. Look at you go. And into the lighter color.
Now, Kim, being Kim.
I don't like purling in long stretches. So
she wandered off.
I'm only about 5 inches past the armhole. But I don't like purling in long stretches. I discovered that with the last cardigan I made. So I decided to change things up a little bit. And I'm doing it in the round now. And I'm going to steek it.
I was going to say, what's all the fancy colors for?
Well, what I did is I added on 10 stitches. And then I'm knitting 2 in the same color as the sweater on either side of the actual cardigan. And then I'm doing 6 stitches because they recommend doing steeking in 2 different colors so you can identify your stitches from the one time I've steeked. Because then I can, pick up your stitches to give you the little space in between that you cut. And when I fold it back, I'll have that bit of solid color to hide where the, colored piece is. I'm talking clear as mud, I'm sure, but...
So theoretically, you're taking where the binding goes up the front.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the yoke down, you've done it in the round.
Yeah.
Steeked it, so you'll be cutting from the yoke down.
Pretty much. Because I knit till about an inch or so past the sleeves, and I'm not a fan of purling long stretches. So I decided to change things up a little bit. We keep losing Connie.
I know, I was going to say. Cold weather,
No, it's my family's fault.
Oh.
There was a very urgent text. It said, "Do you want a blizzard?"
Are they delivering?
I don't know that they're coming to Sherwood Park, but but it was very urgent, and then I forgot to tell them what size. So extremely urgent that I answer that text.
That's what you mean.
Minus 22.
You asked where I went. You know what? I deserve a blizzard after today. So
I understand.
I don't know what it was this week, whether it was the weather, whether it was because it was a short week, I don't know. It was just one of the weirdest weeks we've had. So
I think it really was. People at work were talking about it too, and the distractions of the men's hockey team at the Olympics.
Yeah.
And And for followers, my furnace decided this week that this would be a really good week to start making some incredibly loud bang noises at random. We didn't think it was such a good idea, so not only did we end up replacing our furnace, we ended up replacing, well, everything that's HVAC. So it's quite a project, and we got the new furnace today, which turned out to be good because they were having a little trouble with their camera when they were here yesterday, but today they were able to verify that the furnace was rusted and starting to crack inside. So definitely needed to be done.
Are they replacing the air
So that was
conditioner
my
too?
day on top of working. So
Are they replacing your AC too?
yep, we're doing everything. Going tankless hot water, getting a garage heater. We're going for it. So we had money set aside for that because we knew it was going to happen when we bought the house. The furnaces were 31 years old, and there's a sticker on them that says last serviced in 2016.
Ah,
So we knew it was going to happen in the first year or two.
we were hoping for two.
We were prepared. We were hoping for at least spring.
Yeah.
But
Minus
with the
30?
second cold snap, that was the end of that. So
Well, if it
Yes.
helps, my husband had to replace the battery in his car because
there you go.
he went to leave for work yesterday. Car wouldn't start. So when I got home yesterday, we went out, grabbed a booster pack, boosted it, let it run for an hour, turned it off. Figured, okay, that'll give the battery a chance to get, good and charged because a lot of times his vehicle sits when I'm working from home.
Yeah.
Got up this morning, wouldn't start, so he boosted it, drove across town because he had to go somewhere else. Got there because he was going to another dealership, turned the car off, thought, okay, I've driven it around Anthony Henday, should be good and charged. Went to start it, click, click, click.
Oops.
So they ordered a replacement battery. They didn't charge him to replace it at minus 30. They just charged him for the battery, thankfully. The joys of working for a car dealership.
Mm-hmm.
His car battery was poof. It had frozen.
Oh.
So, yeah, make sure that you're starting your cars when it's cold out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because Alberta's, when we moved to Alberta, we moved from Manitoba. It shocked me the number of people who do not plug their cars in.
I don't.
Oh, we don't do that here. We've never done it. It's like minus 30, guys? Come on.
We don't plug ours in till it's about minus 20.
I was going to say, we don't plug it in until minus 20. Even in Manitoba, you didn't. But, I knew people here who have never, ever plugged their cars in. In fact, didn't even know if their car had a block heater.
I don't typically plug mine in, but my vehicle is typically run every day. So it's a little bit less of a concern.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, so were ours, but you just never took the chance. In Manitoba, it's not unusual for you to have battery blankets that you plug in to keep your batteries warm.
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah, in-car heaters, so that keep running when you turn or are scheduled to come on half hour before you leave, so your pedals are unfrozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, been there, done that. I remember playing whose car will start and whose pedals will work for all the guys to go to work from the military base. Yeah. Who can get in their car, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll start playing juggle the vehicle at that point.
Yeah, and then whatever one they got started first that ran, that's the one they took. Because those were the days where with the wind chill it used to get down into the minus 50s.
Yep.
And it was a moist cold. Not a dry
it's
cold.
That lovely
like
wet
here.
cold. Yeah, that lovely wet.
Yeah.
Wet. And people don't realize that at minus 50, your tires freeze. So no smooth ride anywhere. So, yes, it just got good buster, but it was kind of a shock to the system. I was talking to my sisters who still live in Manitoba. I said, yeah, I said, love being a prairie girl, but man, you sure get used to this Alberta weather real fast.
Yep.
Well, unrelated to vehicles and the cold weather, it's our first anniversary.
Oh, it is. I'm going anniversary is Jared. No, you've been married longer than that. Oops.
Plus, you're a month early for her anniversary. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I told you it was a weird week.
And that's why we're here tonight.
Yeah, that's
yes.
why we're here. That's why we're a little later this week. Yeah, because we wanted to make sure we had time to celebrate. And I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Maybe I
So
should
by
have
the
another
time you're
cookie.
watching this, the retreat special, the discount for registration fee has ended, but you do have until March 15th to register for a retreat.
Yes. Because we have to have a month for the hotel, for the caterers, for
Yeah.
everything. So if you are registered and have not booked your hotel, book your hotel.
Yeah.
Because they only hold the block until the 1 month before. So
Yeah.
That's right.
I got my vacation for it approved today.
Well, that's good news.
So let's just do a recap. What have we done in a year? We started the podcast.
Mm-hmm. We started the website.
We
I
started
learned
the
how to build
website.
website. Kind of.
She's learning how to build a website.
Yeah, we started the website, the Facebook, the Instagram, the WhatsApp, the YouTube. Have I missed any apps?
All the social media fun stuff. Rivers, our recording
I
program.
think you missed Discord.
Oh, yes, we have Discord as well.
Right. Just got to check that one out.
And
So
Thread,
we're
somehow.
okay. I don't even know that one. Okay, I didn't know we were on all of those.
Amazon or Instagram connected me to Thread, so I just went with it.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Right. Okay. So we're all over social media.
Yeah.
We have gone from just us recording and posting
Mm-hmm.
to 67 subscribers.
Woohoo!
Mm-hmm.
We didn't quite reach our 100 goal. We're still looking for that magic 100, but
Yeah.
67 to, everybody sort of looks at me and goes, only 67? And we're going, yeah, that's huge. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
That's 67 in a year.
Yeah.
In a year. For such a little thing. And we have had over 5,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
That is the exciting part. Yes, we celebrate all of our subscribers because it means that you enjoy and have fun with us as well. And come and join us every week just to have a bit of silliness and enjoy the time of fiber and the community that it is. But yeah, over 5,000 views. That just was staggering. And we have hosted 2 retreats,
Mm-hmm.
1 pajama party.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to a Prairie Fiber. We've vended at Prairie Fiber Fest.
We vended at Prairie Fiber. We were at Prairie Fiber Fest Olds for their inaugural Fiber Fest at Olds.
Yeah.
And we got to interview people and we wandered around. That was sort of our first experience of wandering around with our Yabby Yak stuff on and people going, oh, you're the Yabby Yak!
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
Been able to tour a few locations. I think our first one was Rosebud River Mills, and then we've done St. Mary Meads and the Yak Ranch. And Helen's done a couple that were close to her.
I've been to Love's Grace Alpacas when Nelda was having her alpacas and llamas sheared. So I got to go film the shearing, which we had shared with everybody already. And actually had a nice little lesson from the shearer on what they do and how they do it. And the experience he has. He comes with many, many years and many, many animals of experience. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
we went to the
Started
yak
having
farm.
guests on our podcast,
Yeah.
not just
I
the three of
yeah,
us hanging out.
yeah, we've had also, and we have an exciting year two coming. We already have guests lining up starting in March. Um, we have
Uh,
some. We've
the
been working
PJ
working
party.
on our.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say we've been working on our knit along.
Yeah. We are planning for the retreat in Drumheller in May. We're planning for the PJ party in
April,
Old
April
April. Sorry,
retreat is in April.
April.
Mhm. Pajama parties in June.
Yeah. And then we're, um,
Prairie fiber in September.
yeah. And then retreat in October at Rocky Mountain House.
Yes, we finally got those details settled down. So
Yeah.
we are glad to announce we are officially going to Rocky Mountain House. We'll be at the Best Western and Rocky Mountain House, and we've been in contact with the Cosmic Sheep, which is the brand new local yarn store that's opened up there. And they are opening the store, or keeping the store open on Friday evening for us for a private knit chat and sort of have a time to meet the owners and find out, listen to their story, find out what they were, and have our own sort of private knit and shopping sessions. So
Yes.
I've been hearing and seeing all sorts of great things about Cosmic Sheep, so I'm looking forward to being able to
Mhm.
get there.
We attempted to
So
host our first live on New Year's Eve, but that didn't quite work
didn't
for
work.
us. So we did have a mini live with Carrie on Google Chat.
I was gonna say we actually had a couple others join us too, though it wasn't just Carrie. We did have some others join us. It was. I don't think it's so much that it was technically wrong. I think it was just what not. It was not what we were expecting.
Yes.
So we were supposed to be doing this one live as well, but again,
Life got in the
just
way.
trying to. Yeah. So you know what? We just go with the flow.
Yeah.
What else have we done, Connie? What else have we got coming that we've missed?
Don't think we've missed anything other than you were starting to talk about the lineup of guests for this year.
Oh, yes. Lineup of guests. So we have the Cosmic Sheep. We have. Who else is confirmed? All Wound Up has confirmed.
Nice.
In April or in May. Sorry, May. She's going to come join us in May. Ginger Snaps had to join us in April because that they are already on the road for their season, their fiber festival for season. But they probably are over heading out towards Knit City, Ontario wise, or Vancouver. I'm not sure which one.
Smiling Sheep in June.
Smiling Sheep in June.
Excellent.
So we do have some others that we're just waiting to hear back from.
Mhm.
Again, it's all going to work around timing.
Yeah.
We know it is festival, and sometimes we just sort of have to sneak people in wherever we can.
Mm-hmm. And remind
If
Helen
there's-
not to book when we're at retreat.
Pardon?
And remind Helen not to try and book when we're at retreat.
Hey, I had it in my day timer for the 2 weeks after. I forgot that there was 5 weeks that month, not 4. But I gave you the. If you must know, it's in my book on the right date. Just I put it in the calendar wrong. There, or on your note wrong anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've just got also if there's someone you want to see, something you want to see,
If you want to be seen,
you want to be seen, definitely. We've approached O Canada Bison to see if they'll come on. Kim and Connie had talked to them before Christmas, and they
And
sort of
their
were
fiber is soft.
Well, it's because it's
Yes, ever
sizing.
so petable.
It's like yak, where it's got those long guard hairs, and then that soft, silky sort of cashmere down underneath.
It
So
reminded
yes,
me of kitten belly.
Yeah, kitten or puppy. Yeah.
Yeah.
kitten bellies. Oh, okay. Kitten.
How
The,
fluffy they are
the
and how
soft,
I was trying
soft.
fluffy.
to think. I was trying to think it was a name brand. I'm going kitten belly. You mean bellies of kittens? Okay,
Yes.
I'll get there. I told you, weird week, weird week. So, so we're just looking forward to what's happening. If you haven't seen it already, we've announced Fidget, our little mini yak.
Yeah.
We're looking at using Fidget to approach our younger generation
Hmm.
and introduce them to the world of fiber and try and get some interest going on how to knit and how to crochet or even finger knit. I mean, I can remember finger knitting as a kid,
Hmm.
or
Yeah,
with the spool and the nails. I mean,
I remember that.
Hmm.
yeah. So we have all sorts of things. Oh, the other thing that we hadn't released yet was um, we had been asked. I don't know, maybe we did. We've been asked to look at hosting a quilting retreat. It's fabric. It's fiber. We went okay.
And we
So
quilt.
Yeah.
So, you
yeah,
know.
we will. So that's not much we haven't tried or done. So we are working on a quilting retreat in February of 2027.
Hmm.
So yeah, now you know why we had to have our AGM, because we had so much stuff we had to sit down and plan and organize. And
Yes.
so we're still trying to tighten up the details on that. We have met some phenomenal people over the last year. We've made lots of new people and welcomed them to the herd,
Hmm.
um, either through Fiber Festival, through retreats, even online chats, for Pete's sake. I mean, we just met Carrie up by Two Hills,
Hmm.
um, and just some other things we're looking at planning in the future. And Carrie was in Ontario, came to Alberta. She is a fleece judge. And that is something we really lack in Alberta to when we do shows and stuff. And so she's looking at expanding um, her reach a little to see what else she can do to be involved in the fiber community. So if you're out that way, or you know of an event that needs a fleece judge, give us a holler. We'll hook you up with Carrie.
Hmm.
Um, she just so we've just been meeting all sorts of fun people. We're looking forward to seeing them in person finally. So yeah, we're just been exciting things that are going
Hmm.
on.
And now I know we were approached and someone asked if we'd look at attending Knit City in Calgary. I don't know right now if that's going to happen or not. It just depends on how life is going at that point in time. It's been a little up in the air lately. But
And that's not necessarily to Ven. That was to go and help volunteer, and but it would at least mean we
hmm.
could be at Knit City and be
Yeah.
around. But yeah, it's we're gonna have to judge some things day by day.
Hmm.
Other things we sort of have to commit to.
Yeah.
And so we make the
Exactly.
commitment, and then whichever of the herd can be there will be the ones that are there. So,
Hmm.
Yep.
you know, we all have things in our lives that take priority. Much
Yep.
as we love being together and doing this, family definitely is a priority. So,
Yeah. Next weekend, Connie and I are challenging ourselves with a new skill. We're going to Numana and taking a brioche class. So that should be
Indeed.
interesting.
Yeah,
I was expecting to have to come to class all pre-prepped and stuff, but apparently not.
really.
All you have to bring is a notebook
Yeah,
and pen. They give you DPNs to use during the class, and I'm guessing the yarn as well.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, you have to use DPNs? Oh,
I
Well,
think,
my thought was, like, do I need to have so much of something knitted, or
yeah.
like,
Apparently, you have to have a sample or a gauge or yeah.
yeah,
hmm,
that's what I was, and that's why I was kind of on it earlier this week, thinking if I need to do that for next weekend, I better sit my butt down this weekend and get it done. But
find the kind of yarn we need and get it done. Yeah.
exactly, and I didn't want to wait till the day before.
I do that never.
Never, never. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. So that'll be certainly fascinating, and we will certainly report back and let everybody know how it goes. So
Hmm?
Yeah, I wish the weather were a little nicer.
Yes.
Hopefully by
it's
the end
gonna
of the
warm
week.
back up. We'll be okay. It's gonna warm back up.
And if I come up, my husband will want to come with me. Then what's he going to do while I'm in class all day?
It's actually only from 9 to noon.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
go.
It's only a
So
4 hour
come.
class.
And he can be entertained by Kim's husband.
Yeah.
They can go car
There you go.
shopping.
Hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Problem solved. See you next weekend, Helen.
By the way, Helen's work, she's probably taking next weekend away. I'll text Katie and let her know.
It's only
See, this is what
Saturday.
happens even when we're sort of supervised.
I
What?
can text Helen's supervisor and let her know.
She's on holiday.
She still has her phone.
No, it's very sporadic where they are. Quite honestly, it's very sporadic where they
Ah,
are.
So
It's
it'll be
like
a
going.
surprise at that moment they have service.
Yeah,
ooh.
it would be, wouldn't it?
Surprise!
No.
I'll just text her, surprise, Helen quit. No, just kidding. She's
Yeah.
taking the weekend off.
No. Good thing I'm going to be editing this part out.
I sent it all in one message.
No, not again. No.
At least she's met me before, so she'd go, no.
But anyway, back to the
Yeah,
topic at hand.
meanwhile,
Yes,
back
we're
in the
going to
ranch.
brioche class,
No.
and apparently Helen's coming to visit us, which is great. So
Helen wasn't aware of that.
Apparently she is. Oh, dear.
see, you don't even need to leave us unsupervised.
Yeah.
I don't even need to leave, apparently. Things are
Right.
made. Decisions are made whether I'm there or not. Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the brioche class. It'll be a new skill entirely. I have no idea what to expect at all, other than I know it makes stripy things.
Yeah.
So there's my whole knowledge base on brioche. It's two colors and it's stripy. There you go. Now everybody knows what I know about brioche.
Well, if you do the brioche class, you will now have no excuse not to do a Stephen West.
No.
So you do a lot of brioche?
Remember, I have a sweater pattern that I've actually looked at that's got brioche. There are still some limited spaces left for the class.
And I already have a Stephen West in my queue, but it won't involve any brioche.
So
So
it involves knitting and yarn overs.
yes, and 4 skeins of yarn out of my stash. Yay!
Yeah, I have one cast on, and it's being made out of penny spun. So
Nice.
That's a
it's
good theme.
definitely not fingering weight. I'm pretty sure it's a light worsted that she'd spun it at, but that's okay.
It'll work.
It'll be a hug.
It'll be a hug,
That's
that's
right.
for sure.
It will indeed. So
So anyway, so the brioche class is at Numana Yarns
Hmm?
in Sherwood Park.
at Sherwood Park, and they were one of our guests last year. We had a. It was her fault we went down the rabbit hole on the printers, wasn't it?
Yes.
We were trying so hard to behave ourselves and not go down any rabbit holes, but no. Kim had to have
When
them.
would that ever happen exactly? I've never seen us stay on track once.
It was like when I sent out the invites to everybody. I said, as we get closer to the event, we'll send you the link and the list of questions that we send out to everybody, which we will promptly ignore.
We start out with them.
You get
And
as far as hi, how are you? What's your name? What's your business?
Tell us about your business, and that's it.
then they say something interesting, and off we go.
Yeah.
So,
We can't help it that they're interesting.
Mm-hmm.
oh dear.
Yeah, so brioche, here we come. At least I like DPNs, so we're
Yeah.
good there. So
DPNs, think they'd let me use circulars.
Well, I would
Maybe?
like to, but I don't. Maybe I'll toss in my sleeve circulars.
I don't do well with DPNs.
shockingly, I can handle DPNs.
I can handle DPNs, but they say for the class the skills you need are a firm understanding of the knit stitch, the purl stitch, the 1x1 rib, and how to yarn over, and you need to be familiar with the long tail cast on.
I know how to
A
do
long
that one.
tail cast off or on?
On.
Okay, it sounded like you said off there for a minute.
No, I apologize. Cast on.
And I know how to knit, so we're
You
good.
know how to do all of that.
I know how to purl, I'm just not a big fan of it.
I can purl. I just finished my purl
So
row,
in other words, I don't get you to test knit my new pattern, right? Is that what it is?
I thought it was supposed to be in the round.
Yeah, but there will be parts of it that will need to be.
That's fine, Helen. It's these stretches of, 500 stitches of purling at a time that just bore
Okay,
me.
how do you do shawls then?
I'm a really big fan of garter stitch shawls. Or honestly, most of my shawls that I've done are crocheted.
Oh, okay.
Because I really like the sort of half circle shawl pattern and I think it's called the I Believe in Dragons one. It's almost like a half hexagon shape.
Oh, okay.
I need to make another one of those, but bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Seeing as we're talking about shawls, and we were talking earlier about the quilting because it is fiber.
Yes.
And one of the suggestions you had for our skill session at the retreat was a quilted shawl. I had never heard of anybody making a quilted shawl.
Weren't you at
So,
the retreat that Shelley got the one as a gift?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh.
It would be so dense that it would be uncomfortable on your shoulders or heavy or hard to keep on your shoulders.
Well, one of the ones that I've seen before actually recommends not putting batting into it, just using like a fleece blanket as the lining. Or as the backing on it, so that it's just the 2 layers of fabric. And then you just add a little loop or a buttonhole and a button to keep it on. And what I've also
Honestly,
done,
if you used a heavy enough flannel, you wouldn't really need batting either.
Yeah.
So.
And what I've also done is I've added pockets on the inside of them. And Shelley said she quite likes hers because where she knits at home, is in the sitting room that's kind of at the bottom of their staircase because their house is a split level. So she would get the breeze coming down the stairs. And so it would cover her back, but she had pockets for her phone to go in, and it would just keep her warm without struggling against a full blanket.
Okay. It was just, I had never thought of the concept of quilting a shawl. That was all.
Yeah.
So, comment, let us know. Have you had a quilted shawl? Have you tried a quilted shawl? Would you like to try a quilted? What are your thoughts? Because
Well, the other
I just
skill,
be thinking it would be too heavy and too awkward, but that's
surprisingly, they're not.
okay.
The other skill we thought about doing was a rag, like a jelly roll rug
Jelly
type
roll
thing.
mint. Yeah.
Yeah. Or a half size one that would. I've done the full size one. It doesn't fit between my island and my sink. It's a little too large for that. So we were almost thinking about a half size one where they're not quite as wide.
Mine got used to the point of extinction.
Well, it's funny because somebody asked if we would be doing something with a jelly roll.
Mm-hmm.
One of the questions we received this week was for the quilting was, oh, I'd love to learn how. Someone gave me a jelly roll. I'd love to learn how to use it. So, yeah, so lots of options. We're just
I will say what I like about quilting, because I enjoy quilting. I cannot sew garments to save my life. Quilting, as long as you can sew a straight line with a 1/4 inch seam, you're a quilter. Because honestly, and if you're a knitter, go to the dollar store, go to the store and buy the curved sewing needles with the big eye. And once you get your quilt top done, put your backing down. If you're using batting, put that down. Make your quilt sandwich with your batting, your backing, and your quilt top. And take your leftover yarn scraps and stitch through your quilt and tie it. The same way our grandmothers did it.
Yeah.
You don't need an expensive long arm to quilt. You can quilt just fine on a Walmart cheapy sewing machine.
Absolutely. The other thing, too, if you're thinking about jelly rolls, is the strip tube ruler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got one of those because I wanted
As
to.
I'm looking at mine hanging up on the wall over there.
Yeah, I just got one of those because I thought I want to try one before we decide. So it's been a while since I quilted. So.
And I mean, if you are wanting to try quilting, don't want to try with small pieces, I am a big fan of a pattern called the Walkabout Quilt by Grizzly Gulch Quilting. You need 3 fabric colors to make the quilt. So if you are as indecisive as I am, you need 3 fabric colors to make the quilt. The pattern goes from lap size to king size. I quite often will do it as a baby gift and just leave the outside borders off of the lap size. And if I get a meter of feature fabric, I have enough feature fabric to do the main squares in a lap size quilt. So I can go out and find the funky fun fabrics that, oh my God, I love this fabric, I want it, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. I can find something to go with it to make a walkabout.
And the nice thing about it, too, is it is large print friendly.
Yep. And it's half square triangles and squares. It was the first
Says the girl who's about to make one.
So as you can see, if it's fiber related, we've either done it, tried it, or know someone who can. So
I even got an electric spinning wheel this week.
Oh, did you go for it?
Yep. It came yesterday. So I'm figuring out the drafting with it because it's a little different than my treadle wheel. But so far, so good. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to the speed and stuff. It does have a foot pedal you can use as well. I might have to try it with that. But yeah, seems to work.
Yes,
okay.
Just a reminder that at Drumheller, we will be bringing the spinning wheels. I have one I'm bringing my traveling wheel. I've got some drop spindles that you're welcome to try and keep. Um, every I did demonstration when I did demos with them. Of course, they'd fall on the floor, and the kids would be all embarrassed. And I'd just look at them and go, "And why do you think we call them drop spindles?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is easy to fix. So there'll be drop spindles. There'll be my spinning wheel. You're gonna bring your little electric one too, I think you said.
I'm hoping to,
So-
yeah.
And Kim may also be bringing her treadle machine. With a
I'm
spinning
not sure if
wheel.
I'll bring my treadle if I'm bringing my electric one.
Oh, okay,
But-
fine.
And I don't
But anyway.
spin, so don't look at me.
I think once you try the electric one, you'll be spinning.
I don't think I have time
Well,
for
open
another
that
hobby.
rabbit hole for you. So yeah, so I know it's not our registered or our recognized skills for the weekend, but we had some people ask about the spinning wheels, and so we'd already talked to bringing them down anyway. Normally, I have it with me anyway because it's one of the rare times I actually get to spin. So
And Connie, it is not a new hobby. It's an adjacent hobby to the one you already have.
it's a
Collecting
hobby
yarn
adjacent.
is all the hobby I need.
But it
I
lets me,
collect yarn, I collect fabric, I knit, crochet, quilt, cross stitch. I think I am
but
pretty well
think
covered.
of all the beautiful fiber bats you've looked at.
They're lovely. I know these other people and they like to spin. That's why I do things like bat my eyes adorably at Helen and say, "Would you spin this for me?"
That's right. Yep. Got
And
some
send
in
my fiber home with
waiting.
her. Mm.
So yeah, it's so yeah, we are more than willing to create hobby adjacent or open the rabbit hole, whichever you want to call it.
We are enablers, sorry folks.
Yep. Sorry. So we're trying to the cruelty retreat's going to be a little different for us because that will be a little more skills heavy than we normally like our retreats. So we're trying to figure out how to make it work so that we still do have that retreat time, that time to sit back.
My husband
What?
calls them the weekend sweatshops.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying not to have it be that.
But if we get
Well-
the venue we're looking at, they do have a pool that we would have 24-hour access to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we're
that
looking at some different venues for that one. So
if that venue would be nice for the simple fact of if you stop quilting at 2 a.m. and you're stiff, you can just go float for a bit.
God,
Well, and also that
it was at 2:00 in the morning.
I used to know 2:00 in the morning. And that's easy to do at a quilting retreat. Oh my goodness.
We
Yeah.
had one attendee.
Three movies
No, we
later, and
will
all of a
not be
sudden
doing
it's
that at
2
quilting
a.m.
We
retreat.
used to have an attendee who would go to bed when the first person in the morning came into the room.
That is
But
not
watching
a
all the
retreat.
movies on screen and stuff,
Yeah.
by the time you watch
Mamma Mia 1,
Grease
2, and
and
3. Or Mamma Mia 1
and
2.
Mamma Mia and
High School
it's 2
Musical.
a.m.
Yeah.
Okay, people, that is not a retreat. That's where you need a day off to recover from the retreat.
Yes.
Yeah,
For
we used to
massage.
book those. They're called massages, and yeah.
Yeah, no, we're a little different. We're trying to work it out, have it work a little differently. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think I can go that hard anymore anyway. So I like sleep too much for that.
Mm-hmm.
No, there will be other things we will be doing apart from quilting. I know it is not going to be a 3-day sweatshop. No.
Helen hasn't been to one of our quilt retreats.
Helen has what?
3 days sweatshop.
Helen hasn't been to one of our quilting gatherings.
I've been to enough. Thank you.
We usually pause to eat and pause for a few beverages.
Okay, there's where my health and safety kicks in. Going drinking and sewing machines. No.
Food, coffee, and tea, and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there are some different things we're looking at. Not just not a hotel, but a retreat center. just
Yeah.
because they are a little more set up for quilting than a hotel room,
Hmm.
boardroom. Um,
And
and
for
also, it
power.
really is a chance to get pardon
And for power.
and for power. Yeah, please. I don't need the jinx of the power anymore. Thank you.
Hmm.
Hotels and Helen don't.
Can you believe we've been on here for almost an hour?
Yeah, I know. I was looking at the time going,
The last time I
so
looked, it was at 24 minutes.
that's what happens when you sit and we hit a rabbit hole. The time
Yeah.
goes.
Hmm.
It's almost like the TARDIS.
Exactly.
You sit down and it's bigger on the inside than the outside.
Well,
Well, and I got a few more rows done, so
I was going to say, moving along here, yeah, getting some work done. That's good.
I've gotten about
you
4.
must be getting close to the bottom of yours, though, eh, Helen?
Well, it's supposed to be 14 inches from the sleeve opening
Yeah.
down.
Have you tried it on to see where it sits?
No, because what I have holding my stitches on my sleeves is very small.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have that same problemo.
So I'm going, nope, I'm not going to try and transfer those over. Sorry, nope, nope.
I thought about it. Thought about it.
I have actually debated on casting on my sleeves and knitting, and then going back to the body.
I was just going to say, I've actually considered just taking the needles at the end and closing off my ends and leaving it on there until I'm sure.
Hmm.
So, because there's nothing worse than something that's too short, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Short
switch to your new needles, Connie?
Yep,
Do you like?
gotta
Are
make
you
yeah.
liking them for it?
Yes, I actually really, really like them, considering they were, well, I guess what you'd call a bargain set, more or less.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I've ever been so happy. These definitely are right behind my Chiagus for sure.
Hmm.
And I think you said we can get more cables and stuff for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, they
You
have more
can.
cables on there too.
I just wish that I could get some more smaller needles.
Mm.
So I'm just a little sad it only goes down to 3 millimeter. That's the only thing I would change.
Yeah.
So
Not
if they
many
had a
of them.
set that came with smaller sizes, I'd be in. So
Not many of them go small. In fact, not many of them even go down to the 3. Because when you get into those
yeah,
sizing, they're considered the mini sizes, and
They
they're
tend to
sold
be thick.
separate.
yeah.
So, because
That'd be my only little whine is I wish there was down to 2 millimeter.
About
But
the only thing I wish was that these had the cables that spin,
the swivel
I
cable.
haven't had any problems.
like the ones where the needles and the cable, where you can twist the needles around on the cables, so you don't get the
The
Yeah.
pin.
swivel tools.
Yeah, the swivel ones. Thank you.
And I haven't had any problems like that at
I
all.
haven't either, but every so often it keeps flipping my sweater the wrong way out.
Oh, I figured that was just the length of my
But
sweater, so
for $10 circular needles, I'm not complaining because I got mine on a big sale.
exactly. So
And that was for
yeah,
the set, not the pair.
Yes.
exactly. Like I said, you can't beat them for value. So
Yeah. I think the last time I looked, they were under $25 for the set, which is really reasonable for circular needles.
and if you keep an eye on them, they seem to go on sale fairly regularly.
Hmm. Have you tried them, Helen?
No, not yet, because I'm still on my Likes with the bamboo. So,
Okay.
Oh yes, right.
I didn't know if you just, pass something on to test them.
no, not yet. No, I really want to get the sweater done. And then,
Did you finish your husband's sweater?
yes, I did. Yeah, in fact, I was really glad it was a top down because I undid the bottom ribbing and added about 3 inches to it for him. So,
Okay.
Oh really?
well, yeah,
Wow.
he's
He's got a long
he
torso.
normally wears a tall. He's very. I must admit, I do like the Likey needles. The only thing I don't like is the cable.
I like
I was
the separate ones where I can get the Um, because I know you can use, there's another brand,
I
Lantern
think
Moon
it's
cables,
Lantern Moon.
and they are the wired cables.
Yeah, this is the only thing is these are the fixed cables, right?
Yeah.
And they're just a plastic cable. And when you're so used to the wired and how
Mhm.
flexible they are, these really remind me of the old ones, and they don't have any memory. Like they have no memory in them at all, so they're constantly curling. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that's the only complaint I have against them. I do like the driftwood, especially like I say with the bamboo, because it gives a slight tension.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not slipping all over my needles.
I can't believe how far you've gotten on that sweater, though. Wow.
I was gonna say you got to remember it's called puppy paralysis.
I've I talked to my puppy, but
Yeah, my puppy's a little smaller than your puppy.
mine can drape himself across my lap. All he does needs to do is throw his head in there, and he's all set. So,
And I do it constantly. Oh,
I apologize. My system just completely closed everything.
well,
we have
Well, I
to cook.
assumed that since you couldn't answer me.
yeah,
I said, with our luck, she'd have just booted everybody out, but no, she didn't. So,
yeah.
So, Connie,
so
are you
anyway,
liking your yarn on your sweater?
Yes, I do. I like the color. I like the yarn. I'm hoping it washes up nice. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking
yeah,
forward to putting it in a nice soak. Yep, I am liking it. I like the sweater. I'm curious what it's going to be like to deal with the front of it, but I'm also got to say though I'm not looking forward to the part where they're talking about counting all the rows so that you're divisible by 4.
I'm actually having a debate for the ribbed band and treating it the same way that we're doing the border on the Celtic Myths shawl. Yes,
Yeah.
Helen, I realize I'm going off script again. But
patterns are just guidelines.
and apparently I
And
I
can't follow
why
them.
do you why do you need to do a count by 4, Connie? It's so that the binding is the right
I
tension.
had I wasn't wondering why I was whining about the fact that I have to count it.
Yeah,
To be
but that's I'm
perfectly honest,
just
I'm like I have
explaining
to
for those that are
count
wondering
all
why you're
that.
whining is because, well, see,
Yeah.
now here's the advantage because I'm in color block, so I can count one block and know how many rows there are in each consecutive
Yeah.
block.
Ah.
And I'm looking at the edge of this going, do I have to count that?
Oh, for the 14 inches under the armhole, is that pre-blocking or post-blocking?
It just
I
says
assume
it
it's
says knit
pre-blocking because it
from
didn't say block it.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just says knit 14 inches from below the armhole. So I would say
Because
that
I'm
is
thinking that blocked, that could expand it quite a ways.
not necessarily. You can block it as little as you want.
Okay.
And I'm really kind of intrigued by the add the button band part, like the Celtic Myth shawl, which I better finish.
Yeah, the nice thing about it is you're knitting it on as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're not
Then I
having
don't have to worry about counting.
and yeah, just count to 4 so you know that every 4th stitch.
Well, yeah,
Well,
every fourth row you'll just skip one,
you miss it,
basically.
yeah. Or you knit 2 together or something. Yeah, there's a reason why you do it that way. It's just to make sure that there's enough tension on your binding. So,
Yeah. But I was looking forward to all that counting, I have to admit. So
well, again, this is where you take a gauge, right? You take a
Yep.
4 inches or 2 inches. You count how many rows there are.
they just seem to be so specific about it being divisible by 4.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens if your last one's not divisible by 4?
It would
Well,
be.
what was the gauge on ours?
That would
14.
require me to open up the pattern and
Hang
let me
on.
see. It might be in the bag. It
16,
is. Look.
21 rows is 4 inches.
Okay, so
If we have
when we're
14
doing
inches,
Okay, so
it'll be about
3.5,
70 some rows, 76 rows.
73 and a half stitches.
So yeah,
Or rows, how many we have. So like 74 rows, roughly.
74 rows.
Sorry, divisible by 8, not 4. I'm just reading again, but
It's still not divisible by 8.
Well,
yeah.
that would be 72.
And it's from the edge of the ribbed collar all the way down.
Mm-hmm. I was only measuring from below the armpit.
Yeah, I was just doing from there to there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would suggest counting your rows from the first row of the yoke, not including the ribbed collar. To make the pickup for the collar easier, you will want to have this number of rows be divisible by 8. And I said, why?
Because every 8th row, you probably skip a row just to add a slight
I don't
tension.
know. Well, let me look.
I haven't read that far yet. But that's easy
Okay.
enough to adjust if you know what your row count, like if you know what your gauge is, because then you just make sure that
collar.
you either add an extra row at the binding at the bottom or take away an extra row of binding at the bottom.
So the ribbed front collar is in 2 parts.
Well, yeah, because
In
there's
part
2
one.
sides.
Yeah.
There's a left and a right, right?
It just said part 1 and part 2, not right and left. So, Starting on the bottom right, pick up 3, miss 1.
Yeah.
So as long as it's divisible by 4, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the joy of math and gauge. There's a reason why you check your gauge. So you don't have to sit there and count every single row. So long as you're to gauge, you can check it and you do your counts from there.
Hmm?
Another one. Our ongoing battle, getting people to use gauge swatches.
Helen's ongoing battle. I swatched. I was good.
I
You better
swatched.
fit.
Normally I knit and pray, but I swatched.
Kim
it
did
better
hers
fit.
and showed it to me.
Yes, I did.
I had Helen check mine.
That's right. Yeah, this will probably be the only time they ever do it. So
We'll see how well it fits, and then we'll
swatched
see.
for my last cardigan that doesn't fit. And I had gauge.
I swatched for my sweater. It does
there
fit.
was something weird about that pattern when you made it, though, because it didn't sit on your shoulders right at all.
No, it's really wide in the shoulders.
It just was not. There was something weird about that pattern. That wasn't just a weird Kim thing. That was a weird pattern.
Okay.
Yeah, that just wasn't, because it didn't fit anybody right, so.
No.
It just was a wrong shape. So patterns are important. And I don't know how some patterns make it through tech edits, but woo,
I'm almost through this skein again.
That's number 4? Wow.
I might knit the sleeves before I get too far into bag number 2, because I've only got 10 skeins total.
So do I. And how many skeins are you in?
I'm in 4 right now.
And how far are you down past this sleeve?
Hang on, let me grab a tape measure.
An actual tape measure. There's a thought.
My tape measure thing.
Okay, normally when you do a sleeve, it's almost as much yarn as one side, right? Like the front or back. But this is from the yoke down, so it's not quite a full. So basically, it'll be the same sort of wool that you would require knitting from the bottom, from your arm to the bottom.
I am currently 7 inches past the armhole.
Let's see what I really am and not just.
How many yarns of wool have you used from the sleeve down?
Um, I used part of ball 3, and I'm
And
about halfway
for
through ball 4.
so you are going to need at least one ball of yarn for each sleeve.
Well, it says that each ball is 260 meters or something.
Yeah, but
Hey,
I
I'm
don't.
8 inches from the sleeve.
Ooh.
Or from the armhole. I'm over halfway. It didn't even feel like that, but as I sit here and measured it, it is. Let me just try it again just to be sure. But uh, oops, let's get back on the inches side.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it really is 8 inches.
Phew,
Yay!
I'm just over 11.
Well, I'm keeping up. Woohoo!
You are. Good. All right.
Okay.
I guess we should call it a close, girls. It's been an hour. We've gone longer this time.
Oh,
Well,
oh,
it is our Yakiversity, so
yeah.
Yes, it was. We kind of knew it was going to be a bit longer because the anniversary. So, again, we've had an exciting year. We've got lots more coming this year. We've got things
Mm-hmm.
planned with Fidget. We have quilt retreating that we're looking at and planning. We've got whew, Drumheller coming up soon. That is, we just love going to Drumheller. That's always exciting to us to start off
Mm-hmm.
the year there. Um, Lots of new people to meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes from there. Then we've got Prairie Fiber, then we got Prairie Fiber, and then we've got Retreat in Rocky Mountain. And that's exciting. It's been a long time since I've been at Rocky. So
I've never been.
you've never been. Well,
No.
again, Rocky is not far from the mountains. There's some beautiful parks and hikes through there. We could always go to the ice fields if we want to. Just take the highway down to 93, 11 down to 93, and we're right there.
The
Uh,
one I want to go see sometime, except it involves going out when it's cold, and I'm not a big fan of the cold, is Abrams
The
Lake to see the
Abraham
bubbles.
Lake for the
Yeah,
bubbles,
the
yes.
see,
bubbles.
see the bubbles. Yeah, hopefully it's not that cold in October.
Better not be.
And there's lots of places to eat and so on. And don't forget that your registration fee, which, by the way, we probably are going to have to raise slightly for the fall one due to the rise of cost of food.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do provide supper on Saturday night that's included in your registration fee. And we had started including lunch just because we're all in we're in a room together for the day. So we thought it would be nicer just to include that. So our food costs have gone up. None of your registration fee pays for any of our retreat. We pay
No.
our own registration fees. We pay everything just like you do.
Hmm?
And that's our mandate is we want this affordable. We want this as an opportunity for us to just a chance to get together.
Yeah.
So answering some of the
And it's a good
questions
motivator to keep it cost affordable.
Mm-hmm.
yes. Yeah, because we don't want to pay it either. So, in answer to the questions, no, we do not offer group rates for the registration because we keep the rate as low as we possibly can. It
So it
just
is.
covers the costs of putting the event on, providing the
Most of the
swag.
time.
Most of the time, not always, but most of the time, whatever your skills courses or classes or whatever the opportunity we offer, that's included. So we do try and keep everything affordable and a way for you to
Yeah.
come. The hotel does offer us a group rate, but you have to phone the hotel, or when you book the hotel, we're under Yabby G or G Yabby G. If you're
That's for
booking
Rocky,
Rocky
not
Mountain
for Drum.
House, right? For
Drum Teller,
Rocky,
you have to phone the hotel.
and they give us a special rate. So everybody, we do try and arrange special room rates. The registration fee, that is as cheap as we can keep it.
Yeah.
And we really nickel and dime everything.
I mean, if we do have to start paying for skills instructors, We will have to look at increasing the rates a bit because we
Again.
have had some inquiries about offering some more skill sessions. And I
Nice.
mean, with the skill sessions, because we do try and make sure that your supplies are provided for them, that does increase the cost.
Yeah. So over the next year, you're probably going to see, we're just trying to be transparent with you. We're not trying to scare anybody off. We're just trying to tell you our costs are going up. Like I say, it doesn't cover our personal costs to go to retreat.
No.
We also pay the registration fee. We also pay for, we pay for the dinner, we pay for our skills and everything. So
there's a
You know,
reason we share a
absolutely.
room.
yeah, that's why we share a room. Keeps our costs
Not just
down.
so you can spend time with all of us at
Yeah.
once.
Yeah.
It's to be cost effective.
Yeah.
So,
So, it's just the way we are. That's how we try and make it so that we can gather as many together as we can. So
Mhm.
Drumheller has rooms booked aside. You have till March 20th and March 15th to get those booked. Rocky Mountain House, you have until September 15th to get those booked. Of course, the
The
sooner you book,
registration for Rocky isn't up on the website yet. That will
No.
be coming.
we don't normally open the registration for the fall event until after the spring event, just so people are not getting mixed up on which
exactly.
event they're registering for.
Yeah.
It also helps us keep our bookkeeping going because we
Yeah.
do keep bookkeeping. We do track. So, welcome to the herd. Thank you for the wonderful year we've had.
Yes.
And man, we're so excited about what's coming. And the fact that people are asking us to look at helping them with things, to look at, expanding,
Mhm.
it's a lot of decision making. We sort of have to seriously look at what our time is. We all work full time.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is not our job. This is our passion. This is what we love to do and what we love to share with people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not our job. We take vacation time to go to retreats and
yeah, we all book off work too. So
arrange around family obligations and yeah.
So yeah. So come, welcome to the herd. Keep coming. Join us as we migrate home to Drumheller.
Yes.
We look
We
forward
can't wait
to
to
it.
see you there. And please remember to
Absolutely.
like, subscribe, and share. Subscribing doesn't cost you anything. It just means you get notified when our videos come up. If you click the bell, it does give you notifications on YouTube. You don't have to click the bell. It'll just show up under your subscriptions tab.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So we were supposed to wear our tiaras tonight, but they said 50, and we didn't think that was very fair because there are 67 of you now. So
Oh, mine's over
Right,
I do have mine.
mine's over
I
there.
can see mine.
I was like, I don't know if we're wearing them, so I better have it
No,
in hand
it
so I
was-
don't have to run looking for it.
I have to get out of my chair to get mine, and right now that's not happening.
I was going to say, mine's over there. I wasn't
We
sure
just
if we
need-
were wearing them or not. We had talked to them. So.
Tiaras where we can take. What we need is plain tiaras and fancy numbers.
Yeah, I was trying
No.
to figure out if we could take the numbers off and change them, especially when we hit 100.
Yeah, we
So-
probably
They are glued on.
Yeah,
So- a heat gun
Anyway,
would probably get it off.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
Or we
Sorry.
might just have to craft our own with wire crochet. Helen will have to create a pattern. No pressure.
no pressure. Yeah.
Let's buy some plain tiaras.
Hey, Timo has some really nice ones.
There we go.
Anyway, happy crafting. We'll see you
Thanks for
soon. Don't
joining us.
forget, give us a comment on whatever you want, whatever you'd like to see,
Yeah.
who you want to see on.
And happy
subscribe.
Yakiversity.
Yes.
Yeah, and happy Yakiversity. Very good, God.
Yeah.
Wheels are turning, the yards in tow. Through Alberta's fields where the wild winds blow. Connie threads tales with Helen spin. Kim's got the tea, let the chatter begin. The Abiats, they weave the sound of yarn and fiber all around. on stories flow, tales of stitches everywhere we go.